U.S. Men's shirt. Yeah, hello and welcome to the Swift Kiss podcast. I am Nate. I'm opening this week because I'm top of the league having a laugh. So, with me is Steve, also top of the league having a laugh. Is that official?
That's 100% official.
100% official. And then we have last but definitely not least, Ben.
Not last, but he's close.
Ben. 16th, but not least. I don't know, maybe 15th. I don't know.
Hey, we can still finish top 10. There's still hope.
Yeah, there definitely is. What do y'all want to start with? We know Liverpool's been kind of had it locked in for the last few weeks, albeit not mathematically.
I feel like you have to have your moment. Like, you need to have your moment. What do you have to say on behalf of all Liverpool fans?
I mean, thank God that Arsenal and Palace drew, and thank God for that Tarkowski 90+8 equalizer about 2 months ago, so that we could win the league at Anfield. So, thanks James Tarkowski for that. Thanks.
Winning the league in front of in Anfield.
Yeah.
And also in front of fans, because last time you guys had no fans.
Asterix is gone.
I kind of didn't care. I was like a weird black sheep in my LFC jackets. I was like, honestly, what if Palace win? We win the league. That'd be fucking awesome. But then I was watching everything unfold on Sunday. I was like, no, this is how it's supposed to be.
It's the way to go.
It was our little Liverpool pub here in Charlotte that if the fire marshal came in, he probably would have shut us down. I think we had 250 people in there. It was fun. It was nice.
Smokes, 250 is a lot.
It was.
That's a lot of motherfuckers. Holy smokes.
It was great. But what were you saying about an asterisk, Ben? What's the asterisk this time? I know we had COVID last time.
No asterisk. You beat the asterisk. The asterisk comes off. Arne Slot is the 5th Premier League manager ever to win in their first year. Yep. You guys know the other 4?
Shit.
Great trivia.
Jose
Mourinho.
Yeah. One. Yep. That's definitely one. I feel like it's not. Sir Alex is not one of them. I feel like the rest of them are not that obvious. It's
they're more recent than not. So
is it Roberto Di Matteo?
Nope. So real quick, the most recent was Jose Mourinho in 2004 and 5. So
okay, that's
all after that.
Is Clough or Robson one of them?
Nope.
Oh, it's Premier League era. So it's. And
he
said it's after 0405.
Oh, after. I feel like a lot of them are Chelsea managers. I guess you said Di Matteo, Mourinho.
Did Pep win the Prem in his first season?
You're not, but you got 2 clubs down.
Pellegrini.
Yep.
Okay.
Pellegrini won it in 13-14.
Okay.
Was that City's first one? Because they had what was that guy? Who was it? What was
it was the QPR one. It was that QPR game.
The rest are Chelsea.
All right.
The rest are Chelsea, you said?
Yeah.
Is one of them Gus Hiddink?
No. So you got Arne Slot, right? You got Jose Mourinho. You got Pellegrini, and the other 2 are
Andre
Chelsea
Villaboas.
Managers. Nope.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Did he manage Chelsea?
Briefly.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't work out.
Tottenham, Chelsea, right? That was it, and he was Gonza.
Gosh, Chelsea have so many different managers, man. It's tough.
They've had so many. They've even had good managers who get sacked the next year too.
Some of them won the Prem and they were out the door.
Did Carlo Ancelotti win it with Chelsea?
He sure did.
There we go. Yep.
Oh God.
09-10.
Then the last one was
16-17.
Oh fuck.
That would be what?
Who did he not?
Wait, 16-17. So wasn't Liverpool? Wasn't United?
Oh, it's Claudio Ranieri.
No,
it's not. Who won it the year after Leicester did?
Wasn't
you said it was Chelsea? So you said it was Chelsea.
Guardiola. It has to be Conte.
Conte it is.
Oh, okay. That's it.
One and done. Out the door the next season.
I forgot that was sorry cool. Too.
No, because that's just one where they'll have didn't they sack Di Matteo after he took them to like the Champions League semifinal or something? Like
everything kind of went sideways for them. Like there.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
That's good trivia. I would have a really hard time with that one.
That's a great opening. Damn, it's a good opening.
Arnie Slot. Can you guys think of another Dutch manager that's successful right now at the club level?
Successful right now,
or recently? I can't tell you one recently.
You all remember who was the Crystal Palace manager?
Is Frank Reich?
Who?
Is Frank Rijkaard doing well at? Isn't he at PSV or something like that? Or he's doing well at? It's a smaller.
Frank Reich, who was the old Panthers coach. I'm like, no,
oh,
he's
no,
not.
No, Frank Rijkaard.
He's
Frank
not
Rijkaard.
doing well.
Close.
It may very well not be PSV, but I thought he was doing well at wherever he was coaching. But he's also not managing like a formidable.
Yeah,
European
there was.
team.
Remember, Von Bronckhorst was managing Rangers there for a while and had like maybe one good season. Yeah,
I don't know. What is Gus Hiddink? Is Gus
There
Hiddink?
was a De Boer. It wasn't Frank De Boer who was a manager of Palace, and he lost almost every single game and got sacked by like October, something like that. That's what I was afraid of with Slot. I went with a stereotype of Dutch managers. I mean, Louis van Gaal did okay.
Not really.
But I mean, comparatively to
the rest, was just
the rest of his class.
Job.
I can't think. I mean,
yeah, I can't. I don't think. I think the answer to your question, Ben, is no.
None is very little. Yeah.
I mean, Ruud van Nistelrooy is having not a good time.
No, and is that? I don't know how, dude. I heard someone made a pretty good case for him on another podcast I listened to. Like, he didn't get any players. None of those are his players, and they all suck.
He's been there since December. I mean,
they all suck. You can't let it all go to Jamie Vardy, but like, it's crazy they still have a guy like Wout Faes who's still there.
I think I can objectively say that Ruud van Nistelrooy has not been doing well, though.
No. You can definitely objectively say that.
I can't think of one Dutch manager besides Frank Rijkaard ? Who
I feel like Coleman had a good run, but it wasn't a good club.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Well, wait, didn't he manage Barcelona for a little bit too?
Yes.
But then I feel like the most recently was what I can remember was Everton. That wasn't.
I thought
he's
okay
there. I think he
wasn't he a Palace
team, is he not?
Southampton, right?
That kind of sounds right.
I don't. Koeman? I don't think so.
Ronald Koeman. He does look pretty interesting in a Barcelona. He did manage Southampton.
Koeman is a game changer if you're putting that on nachos. I'll tell you that right now.
He is currently the manager of the Netherlands.
Yeah, he's got a decent career. It's just not. It's not often the Premier League impact coming from the Dutch neck of the woods, if you will.
They produce so many good players, like some technically good players. You would think that it would translate to coaching. But
you would think they would have more World Cups, is what you'd think.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the Netherlands squad always under-delivers.
They should have beat Spain in 2010. Not really. They really shouldn't. I wanted them to. Fucking Nigel de Jong Sparta kick that ruined the game.
Real question. Is this enough for a Ballon d'Or for Mo Salah?
I don't put any stock into that trophy anymore. I think what pissed me off today was Rafinha's, man of the match performance today against Sunderland makes his case. But I mean, I don't know. If you look at how many times, if you look at Salah's output since 2017-18 to now, it's he has like 50 goals and assists every week, all competitions. So it's kind of like actually more than that. I think he deserves it because he's been long overdue.
I think Mohamed Salah's probably top 3 this year. I think he's top 3. Is he number 1? It's difficult to say because they're not in the Premier League. I'm sorry, they're not in the Champions League. They got knocked out of there kind of early. It wasn't even down to the wire.
Thank God for the new format. Love the new format. Yeah.
I'm just saying in terms of Mohamed Salah, Ballon d'Or. You can hear me?
You're going in and out a little bit, just a tiny bit.
A Ballon d'Or. I'm just gonna keep talking. Ballon d'Or case. No, bad.
Yeah, bad. You are in and out. Sounds like battery's dying. I don't know how he doesn't get it. He's leading the Prem in goals and assists. My guy's back's probably hurting. If I'm Arnie Slot, I am benching probably 6 of the 11 starters for Liverpool. Like Allison's not touching the field. TAA is not touching the field.
Well, here's the problem: that is we played Chelsea and Arsenal, and I'm going to beat them. They can be benched.
No, you don't. You don't. You already won. Your players going to be playing like under the influence. They don't have anything to play for. The only thing that can happen now is like career-ending injuries. Knock on wood. I hope none of that happens. Throwing that out there, though, like, why would you do more?
Yeah, understandable. I don't know. I mean, we can still get. Like, I would like to get as close to 100 points as possible. How many matches do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So that's 16 points. So what we can get to 98. My math is correct, which it usually isn't. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm kind of curious to hear who Steve's other Ballon d'Or choices were. I assume Rafinha is one of them. I kind of hope Vinicius isn't one of them, because I think that guy's kind of dog water this year, and I think Mbappe is pretty dog water too. I don't think anybody on Real Madrid can be in that conversation. So we're gonna wait for Steve to land this plane real quick.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be nice to see him win it. I think he deserves it. It'd be nice to have another Liverpool player win it besides Michael Owen. Just the biggest. Just like he is the worst, man. Like whenever I hear him talk, also his accent's horrible. What is it? It's like a Newcastle accent, right? Where is he from originally? It's not great. He annoys me, but he's always got in the Ballon d'Or department.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. I feel like the Premier League doesn't carry enough weight. I feel like winning the Prem with hardware for your own like performance in multiple, you win the Prem, right? You're the best goal scorer in the league, and you have the most assists. What? I don't know what else.
It's definitely La Liga dominated for good reason. You know, they're almost always in. You know, God, how many Champions League finals have Barcelona and Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid been involved in the last decade? A lot of them. I don't know. I would like
Virgil van Dijk led the league in clean sheets this season. Only player.
And he honestly should have won it. Who did Virgil van Dijk lose out to a few years ago? God, was it Modric? Oh, it was such a freaking hose job on Van Dijk.
It's hard to win it as a center back, I feel like.
Yeah, it definitely is. You got to be like Maldini and have that. You know, you got to win.
Wasn't Allison out for a good chunk of the season?
Yeah, Kelleher has a decent amount of games under his belt.
So, like, if you think about that, though, like Virgil van Dijk, most clean sheets without his starting keeper.
Yeah, I think Allison missed like a third of the games. I don't know about that. It was a decent amount.
All right, we might be back.
You are back.
Get in.
Steven is my name. So you know what's crazy? I had this guy. I had his for everyone listening. It's the crazy Irishman from Braveheart. He has the same birthday as me, Steve.
Wow.
How about that? And you've seen The Departed, right?
I have.
Yeah. So he was one of the goons in Departed. I think he was like one of Jack Nicklaus's like one of his little like henchmen.
You are right.
Well, I didn't. I'm usually good at that. I didn't know that. I had to look at his Wikipedia, but so I'm just. And he was in. I think he said he was in Harry Potter. I don't know who he was though.
Kelleher got 10 caps this season.
Dude, I love Kelleher, and unfortunately, he's going to leave. I hope it's for $2. Oh yeah, I mean he's been saying he wants to leave for 2 years. We're like, no, please. Yeah, give me 30 million for him. Just whatever money I can go get Isak with, that's good with me.
Do you think he's going to Liverpool? Do you think he's leaving Newcastle?
It depends on Champions League. Like, what's the What are we looking like right now? Let me pull this up. I mean, Newcastle's third place. Damn, is that for real? Steve's gone.
I'm just going to my phone so I can look at Pop Mom.
Newcastle is third place. Dude, that's just crazy how bad Chelsea and Chelsea suck in general, and Forest have just dropped off, which is very sad.
Let's come back to Forest because there's some funny things going on there.
Yeah, there are. Yeah,
I'm ready to talk a little bit about it. But Chelsea, you think Cole Palmer stays?
Dude, he's been bad.
Yeah, why would he go? Who's gonna want him?
You think he's been bad?
I think he's been bad. I think Maresca's like, I don't know what Maresca's has been doing with him. I don't watch a whole lot of Chelsea, admittedly.
Just got 14 goals this season.
Yeah, but I think like 4 of those came in that one match.
Up.
Like what was that one game he scored like
pieces.
4 goals in? Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a handful. I mean, does he have any penalties? I feel like he does. I don't know.
I don't think I agree with you guys. I understand what you're saying. He kind of pittered out. Like as the season went on, his name got quieter.
Yeah. It definitely did.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen like articles talking about like, where's Cole Palmer? What's going on? Like, what's happening?
He's
kind of like the same articles about where's Nicholas Kuhn? Where's he been?
He scored. Nicholas Kuhn scored on the weekend.
Yeah. But like his output in the first half of the season was like, oh my God, who is this guy? And what changed?
Didn't he have a couple of Champions League goals?
Yeah, I think
Sorry, Steve. I'll always be peeking at Celtic.
Nicholas Jackson's not bad.
I do like him. Nick Jackson.
I
think he scored the other day. That was his first game, and that was his first goal in like 12 matches.
He's hit and miss, but like, dude, his pace isn't real, and I don't think he has like the support that he really needs. He's got a lot of potential, I feel like.
Let me look at their squad and tell you. I'm sorry, I'm eating chocolate. I don't know why I'm doing that right now.
I'm trying to find also some. Wow.
I mean, Robert Sanchez, he's got to be put on a cannon and shot out of London. He's horrible.
Wasn't he United at one point?
Who
am I thinking of?
He was at Brighton.
No, he was at Rochdale and Brighton. Yep, you're right, Brighton.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like Chelsea, you're just like, oh, Sancho's available. We've got to get him, right? We have to. And then Mudryk's still on that team. Guy's got, dude. You know, it'd be cool of him, dude. Go back to what's the Donetsk, Shakhtar. Go back there, dude. That team is usually a Champions League. They're almost always in the Champions League. Go get them back in the Champions League. Score 30 goals, or get 30 goals and assist a season again. Get Ukraine to the World Cup. You know, I don't know. I liked him before he went to Chelsea. He's so bad.
Also, drugs.
He's had drug problems.
No, he got banned. That's why he's not been playing.
I thought that was like for like PEDs. I thought you meant like an Alexander Brzezinski, like cocaine issue.
Nah, some sort of substance is why he's not been playing, because it comes up in he failed a drug test.
Really?
Yeah. That's. I'm not making it.
No. I believe you.
Now I'm wondering.
No, I think you're right. Really quick, speaking of failing drug tests, I saw Pogba is heavily linked with DC United.
Yeah, it's looking like his destinations are either going to be Saudi Arabia or America.
Or Man United. Somehow. Some way.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. They said the A sample was positive. The B sample has not yet been tested, but that was in December. So I assume that, damn.
It was like a multi-month ban. I don't know how long the ban is. I don't even know if he's playing again yet, but I knew that he had been banned, and I knew that was a thing. I was trying to find Celtic's rumored to be third jersey for the upcoming season, but I instead found rumors of what the upcoming season's home kit's going to look like. It's not like it's difficult to tell, but there's no trim. It's a white collar trim. Obviously, you got the hoops, but the hoops have like a tartan inside them.
That's cool. I would buy that. Just get rid of the Dafabet. Get rid of Dafabet. Bring back Magners. Bring back what's the other one?
Magners pretty clutch.
What's another older Celtic sponsor like?
There was, I don't even know what it is. I think it was a technology company, like a phone company, it was like NTL, something like that. In like the 2000, 2001, that's what there was. You had Carling. That was another one.
Carling. Thank you, Carling. Carling and Magners. That's all I want on my kit.
Tenets was another one that they had for a while.
I think pretty mid beers.
What else did they have? Before I just had like a big Umbro, like a huge Umbro in the middle of the chest. That was like way
gave up on sponsorship.
I don't know if it had been like if it had really like this is back at a time when front of kit sponsorship
we hadn't sold out yet.
Yeah, we had exactly. The game hadn't gone yet.
The game is well and surely gone. I don't know if any of you guys saw the Leicester. I don't think I made it on last pod to talk about it, but there was that wonder kid from Leicester is 16 years old. You can't wear a sponsor on your kit if you're under the age of like 16. I think he's like 15 and 8 months or whatever.
There's some weird labor law.
That gotta be, yeah.
Hey, Steve, is the quad on or the treble on at Celtic?
Treble.
How so? Like who, what, when, and where?
We won the sports. I think it was called like the Sports Premier Cup or something like that, which is a domestic in December or November, something like that. And then Scottish FA Cup, which is May 24th, and then we just won the league. So those three.
You got you guys play Aberdeen, right? Coming up.
Yeah, May 24th is the FA Cup final.
Does everyone in like Glasgow get the day off of work? It's Saturday, so like duh.
They don't in Greater Detroit, I'll tell you that.
Do they federal holiday? Do they do parades in Scotland?
Like the club, like on a bus. Yeah, I don't know if it's like all around Glasgow. I know like Celtic Park has like it's kind of like on top of a hill, Celtic Park, and it's got like kind of like I don't want to say a winding road, but like a road that goes up to it. And then when you get to the stadium, there's still like a brick walkway to get there. So I think they kind of do like a bus perhaps there for sure, but I don't know how far in and around Glasgow the bus really goes, to be honest with you. But you always see on socials like that they're coming on like a bus, and it's like, tons of people all around, like outside the stadium and all around that walkway that I just described, and on the roads like leading up to the walkway. But I don't really see much about in Glasgow.
I get it.
But probably because you've got eternal rivals sharing the same town, you got to be careful where that parade goes.
I know. You like get stuck behind it trying to go to work as a Rangers fan.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool is going around the whole damn thing. Well, it's not. I think it's like a 3 or 4 mile stretch, but I would love if they went past Goodison. That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, I'm not. Oh yeah, I was looking up Celtic jersey.
So Newcastle won hardware.
They did. Right?
Correct. Yeah, that is correct.
Celtic won hardware. And
Ben, don't beat yourself up here, Ben.
Dude, we're still in it. We still got a shot.
You're right. If it comes down to what is it? So it's Tottenham versus Bodo Glimt, and then you guys versus who is it? Athletic Club. Yeah, that could be United versus Tottenham. Could be 0-0 extra
You're
time.
like the most
0-0.
boring. That game, where's that game? It's gonna be in like Turkey or something ridiculous.
Let's see where it is.
A bunch of English people go to Turkey to watch football.
Let's see where it is. I think it's in France. San Mam. How do you pronounce this?
That's worth looking up.
No, it's in Bilbao. Oh wait, what the fuck? Yo, that's crazy.
They can have home field advantage.
Yeah, I mean, well, if Athletic Club makes it through,
yeah, it's rigged. I believe that it's rigged. Throwing it out there.
Dude, that's a beautiful stadium.
And are you familiar with this brand?
No, I'm not, and that's not even what I was thinking about. You already named the other ones. It was all the beer ones.
Text me that.
That's another cool one. Need some New Jerseys. I do. Maybe
so yeah, United's 3 wins away from taking a hardware. It'll be the only time I think we will ever have something so ridiculous.
No, you guys had a Europa League or Conference League win, right? What's your most recent? There was an FA Cup.
We won something last year. We won the FA Cup last year. We take hardware. I meant all of us to walk away from hardware from 1 year.
That'd be nice.
NTL, weren't they absorbed by? Are they Virgin now?
That's a good question.
It's either horse races, which is what comes up when you Google it.
By NTL, do you mean Virgin? Non-trucking liability? Or the NTL Institute for Applied Behavioral Science? NTL Incorporated.
It sponsored Villa, Celtic, Newcastle, and Rangers.
There was a merger with Telewest, and now it is Virgin.
Telewest.
Yeah.
I apologize because I know Great Scott was a bit earlier, but I forgot to mention, and I think it's worth mentioning, that with sealing of the league this year, that officially makes James Forrest Celtic's most decorated player ever. James Forrest has won. So this was Celtic's 55th league title. And this is James Forrest's 26th trophy.
Holy shit.
In a Celtic jersey.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I think that took him over. I think Scott Brown might have been the other one. But that has now been taken over by James Forrest, which I think is pretty noteworthy because he's still, he's not as much of a contributor nowadays, but he is still playing. Like, for example, that game that they won the league in, which was over Dundee United, he did come off the bench and was playing in that game. So he does still play a part. Played Champions League minutes this year's season as well. So, hats off to James Forrest. That might be a jersey that I need to get. I have Scott Brown in his last season.
Scott Brown.
James Forrest would honestly be a good shout.
Where's Scott Brown right now?
Scott Brown, he managed at Fleetwood for a bit.
Is he being a dickhead somewhere? Because I feel like he's always being a dickhead wherever he is.
I think he went to Ayr United up in Scotland.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I don't know where he went to after that. I don't think he's still at Ayr.
Scott Brown. So there's too many Scott Browns in the world.
Scott Brown, football manager.
Pretty generic.
Ball. He still at Ayr United.
Is he? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I love Scott Brown. I really do.
Yeah, I liked him too.
What a character, man.
He's that hard-nosed fellow right there.
In terms of captains, not footballing talent or footballing ability or whatever. I think in terms of leadership and being like a captain, I have very difficult time thinking of a better captain.
Yeah,
honestly.
And his Wikipedia page has got him in a Carling, and it's got that black and neon kit, which I still love. I usually don't love neon. I still really. It's like they're like one of the few clubs where every year. It's like I was saying, like the Milans and Celtics, one of them. It's like every year I'm like, yep, that's a good kit.
I think Celtic's current home kit is arguably one of their best home kits that they've had in over 5 years, almost 10 years. I think. I think their home kit this season is a home run. It is a bona fide home run.
They do it all the time.
The hoops, I love Adidas. What Adidas did this year with there's an accent piece that goes like on the side, but kind of in the front, and it goes into the shorts as well. Arsenal's looks really nice. They have it in navy on their kits. It goes right into the shorts. It looks almost seamless. Celtics is like a darker green. That we have solid hoops this season. There's no like weird design in the hoops. It's just solid green. And then they have like the Celtic like Trinity knots or something like that, like in the collar of the jersey this year. I think this season's is immaculate. I think it is superb.
Not as cool as Inter Milan's white kit. That jersey.
Go to hell, Steve. Go to hell, man.
Yeah. Well, who invited this guy? Actually, he invited us. He sent me the link.
Ben, before we talk about Forest's funny little situation, we all want to laugh at the relegated clubs and how bad this class of, I mean,
they've been relegated for like 8 weeks.
Well, actually, Ipswich is not relegated.
In history that all 3 promoted teams have gone down.
So Ipswich, if my math is correct, if there's 4 games left, right? That's correct.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that's 6. So that would put them. They would have to. Good Lord, they would have to win. West Ham have to lose all their games, and Ipswich have to win all their games.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a.
He's like, Steve, that's not what I'm saying.
That's barely what I'm saying. But if you read between the lines, yes. Yeah, really poor. Leicester had went on a goal scoring like duck of like a long time in the Premier League.
I don't know what Leicester's aim was this year. I mean, you hired Steve Cooper.
Bad.
First rule of thumb: if your manager's first name's Steve, you're not gonna have a good time.
Idiot.
It's a dumb name.
It's a horrible name.
Also, you didn't sign anyone new. You pinned all your hopes and dreams on a 38-year-old man.
That's such a. I think they did sign. Didn't they sign Patson Daka from Salzburg? I think he might have been last year. I don't know, but he did it in Austria. Doesn't mean it's going to translate to one of the toughest leagues in the world.
You can't be coming at people with the dullest knife in the bunch.
Nope. And
that sounds really demeaning to Jamie Vardy, and I don't mean it to be, but it's just kind of the fact of the matter that you're 37, 38 years old, and nothing went well this season. And I don't think it's any one person on that team's fault. I don't think it's just the manager's fault either, but I just think that when they started the race of the Premier League season, they were destined to fail. You didn't sign anyone. Anyone. What did you want? What did you think was going to happen?
And I can't even name any standout play. I mean, there is Buonanotte on Leicester. He's okay, and I can't even name a good player on Southampton. Man, they are so bad. And Ipswich, Delap, right? We think Delap's is either going to
Delap a lot.
He's either going to be signed by United or West Ham or like Brentford, right? Like he's the and he did okay. So boring. At least we have a good top 4 race, top 5.
Is Calvin Phillips a Ipswich player? Or is he there on loan?
I don't know, but he didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything. I don't even know.
Heard his name mentioned like one time this season.
No.
Hey, the championship is about to be Ed Sheeran, Tom Brady, and Ryan Reynolds. Just throwing this out there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
is Ed Sheeran Watford? Is that right?
Ipswich.
I'm sorry. Remember how annoying he was at the beginning of the season?
I knew that.
Yeah, it was like you walked onto that that panel. And what was it? Jamie Redknapp was looking at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?" That got him relegated right there.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
I was thinking Elton John. Elton John has the Elton John stand at Watford. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's in that league too.
The championship.
The celebrity, the celebrities in the championship's pretty wild.
Be one to pay attention to.
Birmingham absolutely knocked it out of the park. I mean, so did Wrexham. Only a couple points behind them in League One, but I don't know. I think
every year the championship's one to watch. I think I remember saying this last year about the championship.
Championship's getting better and better. I feel like.
Yeah,
I think it's more entertaining. I mean, let's take a look at the table.
So we got JJ Watt coming up to the prime. He's a minority owner.
Yeah.
Is JJ Watt an American football player?
Yeah, retired, but yeah.
We should also talk about, if we haven't, Champions League fixtures.
Yeah. I was trying to segue you with that fresh kit drop. You didn't take the bait.
But watched yesterday. Yesterday was what was it? 2-1 or no? It was 1-0. 1-0 PSG over Arsenal.
Great game.
You said it was a great game?
I thought it was a good game. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I do. Not as good as today. Oh, it pales against.
Yeah, today's was the best game of football that I've watched, and honestly, a good one.
Yeah.
I was a neutral. Inter Milan, Barcelona. Probably would have wanted Inter Milan of those two teams to win. 3-3. And every time Inter Milan scored, it seemed, Barcelona replied right away. Albeit, Inter scored twice. They went 2-0 up. Then Barcelona made it 2-2. Inter makes it 3-2. Barcelona, I swear, a couple minutes later makes it 3-3. Nobody seemed to be scared of making a mistake. Everyone was just taking risks to try and win the game.
Exactly.
And it was just end to end at each other nonstop. There was times I was looking at the game. I was like, "There's no way this can go on for 90 minutes because the speed, the tempo of this game is too much. You cannot sustain this for 90 minutes." And there was times when it would, go down a bit, but I don't think even the downs. I don't even think the lows were that low. It was hardcore football today. I thought
nonstop.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was really
interesting to see Barca in a competitive game.
It's nice. It's refreshing to have that back because that's where they should be. I do prefer Barcelona.
Can we just quickly touch on Mikel Arteta? Is he always bridesmaid?
Yeah, I think.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
It doesn't sound like it's a.
He's never gonna win.
Oh,
okay. I got. If they somehow get out of Paris, I think. I mean, you saw their best. I mean, dude, they are so injured, but Gabriel Martinelli starting a Champions League game, he was so bad. Saka wasn't even that good. And their best chance was that set piece, which I'll give it to them. Their routine is good. They don't have it figured out. It was offsides. You can't win the Champions League final or the Premier League with your predominant source of goals being set pieces. Not going to happen. Sorry. It's not going to happen.
I think that's a very 90s style of footy, is get into a dangerous spot and just hope something good happens, which is Mikel Arteta's era. I think the injuries is mismanagement. I think Mikel Arteta has done.
I would definitely agree.
Amazing work, changed the club completely. He is, going to be one of the Premier League greats as a manager. I think his lack of ability, the turnaround of Arsenal alone under him is unreal. But his lack of ability to get a team to that finish line, and he's taken these players basically through their prime to a place of just not landing the point.
He's not. You can't put him as a great.
Why not?
Because it's just what you just said.
You gotta have trophies.
Yeah, you get him to the door. You can't make him cross the threshold. That's what separates the good from the great. No.
I mean, how many third place trophies do Arsenal have, and second place trophies?
They've got to have. It's going to be like 2 or 3 in a row, right?
You can have all the bronze in the world, but the bronze don't mean gold.
Bronze don't glitter like gold.
It don't shine like that gold, baby.
Saka's only 23.
Dude, Saka, he's
been 23 for like 5 years.
I think there's so many players on that team. They recruited so horribly in the summer and in the winter that like they signed positions that didn't need strengthening instead of signing attackers, and then they got lucky.
They need a talisman.
They got lucky with Mikel Merino being able to harness his inner child, and everyone can play striker whenever they want.
Who they need to sign? Harry Kane.
God, dude, I think Harry Kane would get.
I think that they need a big man up top that can score goals reliably.
Isak, yeah, that's
right.
For me.
And I think Isak for real, but like I think a Harry Kane. Obviously, you're not going to sell him to another London-based club if you're Tottenham. He's gone. I don't think he's going to stay at Bayern. It seems like he's kind of – is he falling out over there?
Doing great.
He's got a load of goals. Yeah, he's got.
Was he suspended?
I haven't heard anything.
A suspension or something like that. I might have misheard something. But I think I could see him come back to the Prem to an Arsenal. Probably already has a home. I don't know.
They do need a goal scorer. They don't have one right now.
Nope.
They don't.
Ain't gonna happen. So Forest still can finish in 3rd. What place are they in right now?
6th.
So Champions League football is on the table, right?
Yes.
And UEFA, so Champions League and Europa. UEFA will not let an owner have more than one club in any of their tournaments. So Nottingham Forest owner is Marinakis from Olympiacos. So he owns a Greek club who just qualified for the Champions League and appears to be putting in place a blind trust to the club. So he remains an owner, but it's operated and essentially owned by another entity without his kind of control over it. It's been kind of fascinating to see it play out. Basically, he realizes both of his clubs all of a sudden are playing the same tournament. Can't do it. Immediately signs the club over before the season ends. I think he's done his due diligence. But the man took his licks, may have shown the Premier League, like, hey, you want to beat the system? You pay your fines one season, and then you can break all the financial fair play rules you want in the next season. So interesting to see what's happening over at Forest. They could still finish in 3rd. Is that correct?
Yeah, they can easily make Champions League. Not easily. Well, they have a game in hand as well.
Right.
How the hell? Because of the FA Cup? Is that why?
Yep.
In the FA Cup? Yeah. So they wow. So they win their game in hand against Brentford.
They've got an interesting end of the season.
They win their game in hand. They jump everybody. Newcastle. They jump to 3rd.
Right.
And then they play
Chelsea. So they got an opportunity to control their fate there.
So they play Chelsea at the end. They go Brentford, Forest, Leicester, West Ham. I'm sorry, Brentford, Palace, Leicester, West Ham, Chelsea.
So Brentford kind of outperformed.
They really should be making Champions League. I think it'll be a disappointment if they don't make Champions League.
Yeah.
With that and with those end fixtures. I mean, kind of have to.
I kind of want to see it. It'd be cool.
So do I.
They've come a long way in a short amount of time.
Yeah, dude. It's some, European royalty. I mean, they got more Champions Leagues than Arsenal.
Brentford have been kind of sitting where like Brighton did like a couple years back, where they've done enough to stay dangerous. They're sitting like mid-table, but like in control. They've won some some games pretty handedly. They've lost the games that you'd expect them to lose, but they drew City a couple months ago. They've been able to put up some points against some bigger clubs. Been interesting to see that happen.
I think they're going to lose in Boimo as well.
Yeah, they're going to have probably a mass outing of their club.
Yeah, they might.
They got to do some shopping to stay relevant. So they'll get figured out. They'll be hammered next year.
Thomas Frank's cool. Cool dude.
Well, lads, it's been real.
Trashy teas.
Yeah.
I've already got mine.
Starting tomorrow through Monday. Do we want to go through Monday, I'm sorry. Tomorrow through Monday, May 5th. The next.
No, it's not Monday. Because
I mean, if we end up doing the pop, we'll still do Sunday. Liverpool, Chelsea.
It can't. Well, tomorrow is still match day 34.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's
you're
that
right.
makeup.
Okay.
Saturday through Monday is match day 35.
Thanks for keeping me honest, Steven. Kind of pissing me off a little bit, but that's
Leicester Southam is going to be a 0-0 draw.
It's going to be disgusting. Except it won't. It'll be 3-3.
Like new fixes are playing.
Leicester's going to be like, oh, I remember how to find the net. Too late.
Maybe it might be 1. It might be 1-1, but it's either way. It's going to be a draw.
Disgusting game. I think maybe I always am betting against Newcastle. They're proving me wrong. I'm going to go Tottenham over West Ham. It's not a trashy take. They're both down there, though. I mean, they're both down there. It is. Is that where's Tottenham again?
North London.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say Fulham beat Villa.
That is a great chat.
Going to get eye-to-eye in that 6th spot.
That was wild, dude. Villa's having a freaking crazy season, too.
Yeah.
You writing these down, Ben?
No.
For posterity? No.
A lot of work.
That's a lot of work. All right. No.
You throw it in the group chat. All right.
Well, so, yeah. We good?
Another week in the books. We got 2 champs on. Hopefully I'm a 3rd. We'll probably be eliminated by this time next week. It's been real.
Spirit.
If you set the bar low, never disappointed.
Ta-ta for now.
Yeah. TTYL.
Have a good summer.
Bye. Cool. Still going. We're still live.
Thanks for it.